apparently there was I didn't see it, but I'm reading the article. And this is on NME. It was Keelan. MF Doom, as MF Doom fans are upset at the Grammys the Grammys failed to capitalize the late rapper's name. I guess there was a screen tribute. You know how they show the picture of him holding a finger up and like stars and shit in the background. It says MF. Yeah, it's just MF, capital M, capital F, capital D, and then lowercase OOM. People start snapping on Twitter, going nuts about the blatant disrespect there, and everybody knows how it's supposed to be spelled. You know what's crazy? That kind of goes back to what we've talked about, which has been somewhat the theme tonight, about how the rap category, gets played. Like, how do you not know to spell his name correctly? Like, does this even just speak more to how out of touch they are?
I mean, it's MF Doom. It's MF Doom. You know good and well.
Right.
But they don't. Grammys. And this is what we've been talking about the whole time. You know good and well they don't know shit about MF Doom.
They don't know shit about it.
They just know that it was an artist that a lot of people followed and he passed away.
There's no 28 to 35-year-old on the staff somewhere that can correct this shit. Like, is everybody baby boomers in the room?
When they do those chyrons, I know this because the little bit of experience I have producing and directing for television. When it's time to put all that stuff together, the person who's probably doing it is probably doing it, and they're carrying it to the letter of the law of how you spell things in regular English. They're not going off of of something. Even if they see MF Doom, all the letters capitalized, they're still going to follow, how proper names are spelled outside of initials. I'm not surprised by this. I don't think it's something we should be too angry about. I'm surprised they even included MF Doom, because there are people they forget every year.
That shocked me more than the spelling situations. The fact that that shocked any of y'all. The fact that they even put him up there. And outside of the spelling,
I didn't think they'd put it up there. I didn't think they would. They're just people they forget every year. And I thought MF Doom was going to be one of those people.
What you think about that? Just the idea of them even putting him up there.
Put him.
That a shot
where?
to you? When they do
I've never watched the Grammys. I don't know.
Okay, when they do the in memoriam, when they.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, when
he's never watched the Grammys ever in life.
Yeah.
No. Never. But
actually believe me.
What I would say is I have no like historical reference point, right? So I don't know what they've done in the past and all this other stuff. Doom was a huge name for independent musicians, so it would make sense for him to be on there. He's got a song called All Caps. Shouts to David in the chat. Even all caps when you spell the man's name. Like it's known, like from a certain level, that you spell MF Doom with all caps. And even when he just went by Doom later on, and for some stuff that he was doing, I don't think it was intentionally, harmful. Mm-hmm. But you kind of want to get people's names right. You know what I mean? So. I can see why certain hardcore fans are upset for the simple fact of understanding their fan base and what that fan base is. Yeah. But the fact that he's mentioned, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I don't know if it was on purpose. But
I doubt very
much. I don't think this goes to what you said earlier. As far as MF Doom is fans are definitely the group of people who don't give a fuck about Grammys.
Right.
So it's kind of that ironic thing that MF Doom wouldn't be nominated for a Grammy. Mm-hmm. They put the memoriam up and they obviously got it wrong because it's the Grammys. They don't know shit about MF Doom. People are still shitty about it.
Yeah,
man.
And
and have it both ways.
I feel like people want the Grammys to be great. Everybody wants the Grammys to be great, you know what I mean? And wants them to be that representative. Like every year I'm rooting, like, I don't care about them, but I'm looking at the categories. Like, I hope they get it right this year. You know what I mean? Yeah. It would be nice. So when they fuck up, like this was a fuck up, even if it wasn't intentional, it's still going to look bad on you, you know, and it just means that maybe you need to have, I don't know, different people around or something. I don't know how they're built. So I mean, I don't know who's on their board. Maybe it was just a typo. Who knows? So.
Yeah, I don't think it was you know, something that was done on purpose, but
that's true.
Certain shit you just got to get right, man. Like, do your research, and you know, like the theme of what we talked about tonight. Like, they probably don't even give a fuck. Like, he passed away. Let's
you know
put his name
what this
up
person's
there and
job
be
was.
done
This
with it.
person's job was to Google a good picture of this artist, the name on the picture.
Yeah.
What I will say,
Job was they had no idea the artist that they was typing the name of.
yeah,
His name was probably spelled right when they Googled the image. That's the bad part. It was probably
I'll say
spelled
that,
correctly.
well, my name, the spelling of my last name. If I tell you the spelling of my last name, people still spell it wrong. I can literally tell you how to spell my last name. People will spell it wrong. So,
I mean, my name got
Yes,
spelled
200
wrong in the Swish tournament stuff. So I had David Linquist emailing me over the weekend, said, "Is this you? There's a longevity in this." I was like, "Yeah, that's probably me." You know. So I mean,
Hey,
it's
well.
and this one even more so. Like, the reason why I don't think it's as big of a deal is because it's not like they misspelled it. They just didn't capitalize all the letters, so they probably just didn't know. You know, and so it is kind of a cult type of thing in a way. Yeah. And even more so, like, I don't know if you guys are hip to a lot of underground producers, but a lot of underground producers spell their names with symbols and weird shit all over the place anyways. And as a blogger for years, like, sometimes I looked at stuff like, you want me to type this out this way? You know, so I mean, but yeah. Anyways.
Look, one time
it's
I had to transcribe an E40 interview, and it, you know, when you type
so
out
much game in that interview.
when you type out how he talks, it looks like another language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, just imagine actually typing out how E40 talks, you know, in a casual conversation when he's, you know, very comfortable. Like, it doesn't, you know, because first of all, you're like, okay, I know that word, but I know that's not how he meant it. I don't know how this is going to come off. You know, so there, like, once again, there's also sometimes there's just a bit of a translation. Some things get lost in translation. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was meant to be disrespectful.
If you've enjoyed this segment of the New Old Heads podcast, make sure to join our live show every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/newoldheads. And we invite you to join our hip hop community on Discord. Access it by going to newoldheads.com/community for talks on hip hop, sports, music, news, and everything else.